Hey there, this is James at Northern Arizona Wind and Sun. Today I've got the Multiplus-II from Victron. This is the brand new inverter that they just released. So this is the 12 3000 120 amp charger with the 50 amp transfer switch, and it's the 2x120. So what that means is it can pass through two legs, so it's perfect for 50 amp service in like an RV. This is specifically designed for like a 50 amp Class A or fifth wheel or your larger travel trailers where you've got a 50 amp service and you want to pass the entire service through the inverter system. This inverter system can feed the entire rig from the inverter when it's inverting, and when it's plugged into a 50 amp service, it'll split that back up so it's passing through. It'll support just one leg in that case. What's really cool is if you plug into a 30 amp or a 15 amp and it recognizes just 120 volts, it'll actually support that. So it'll still keep the input paralleled and support the 30 amps or the 50 amps because that's a compromised AC input. So we can boost that output to the loads, but on a 50 amp, it'll open it up and allow your 240 volt 50 amps to go straight through to your main panel so that you can get your 12,000 watts into the rig. But the 3,000 watts, when you're out boondocking and on the inverter, or if you're plugged in like mooch docking, you're plugged into a compromised AC input like a 30 amp, can boost up another 2400 watts on top of that 30 amps, the 3600 watts, and get you that extra edge that maybe you need to run that second air conditioner or something along that line. So it's a really cool inverter. We got this one set up here, ready to go into a rig tomorrow. It's going to get completely integrated into a 50 amp service on a fifth wheel, but we'll go ahead and take a look at the wiring configuration down here in the bottom and take a look at how L1, L2, the neutral, the ground go in, and your DC connections as well. Okay, so this is your AC input and AC output wiring over here. I pulled the glands out just so we have some room later. Over here is your AC input. So you have your neutral line, earth line, so L1, L2. This terminal block here can accept up to 4 gauge wire. So you can stick in some SOW wire. This is your primary output here. This will also accept up to 4 gauge. In a boost situation on a 50 amp service, this can do up to technically 75 amps, although you're pretty much limiting your line output to the load center, and the load center in a typical RV is going to have a 50 amp breaker. So with that being said, 6 gauge wire would be common to put inside this terminal block. And this is your AC output 2. This can go to dedicated loads that you want to power up off of a AC input. So only when you have AC input will the AC output 2 be live, unless you set up some conditional relay settings within the inverter using assistance. But generally, the AC output 2 here would only be powered up when there's AC input, and that's great for appliances like refrigerators or air conditioners or water heaters that you don't necessarily want to be running off of the inverter. If you don't want to control your loads, then you can put a sub panel in and power them up off the output too. Over here are your terminal blocks. You can do 2 1-aughts or 2-aughts or 4-aught on the terminal block. There's several relays and the VE bus connections here for your displays. You can parallel up to 6 of these units together, and so you can daisy chain your VE buses to the various units. There's K1 relays, sensing relays, and you still have the trickle charge for your starting battery down here. So if you wanted to keep like a generator start battery charged, or your on your Class A, for example, your starting battery for the engine, you can take off from that little trickle start charge terminal and it'll do a 4 amp charge to your starting battery, which is a pretty cool feature. Okay, so the Multiplus-II is really not much different than the Multiplus as far as power output. It's still a 3000 VA inverter, 2400 watts continuous, 50 amp pass through, with the exception that it can pass through both legs, which is its awesomeness. But 120 amp charger can be configured exactly the same as a standard Multiplus. So the only thing that's really different about this is the new AC pass-through feature and its different form factor. So it's about 23 inches tall, it's about 11 inches wide, and it's about 6 inches deep. So it doesn't stick off nearly as far as the standard Multiplus, The Multiplus-II is definitely a more compact form factor, which is nice if you're putting it in the middle of a pass-through in a storage bay. It's not taking up a bulk of room. You do have that extra height there, so you need to pay attention to when you're installing it, whether or not you have the space for it. The cooling is pulled through the unit itself, so you definitely want to keep it vertical for the most part. At least that's our recommendation. This inverter is pretty cool. We're excited to have it. This is probably one of the first installations to get this product, and we're excited to see how it works. So you should be excited too. It's a nice new product, and we're happy to offer it. If you have any questions about it, you want a system designed with it, give our team a call. We're happy to put something together for you. We're experts when it comes to integration of RV systems. Goes along with our expertise in the off-grid and battery-based systems. So give us a call, and we'll be happy to help you out. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and comment.